What is going on, YouTube fam? So, in this video, I am going to be talking about my basic training experience. And guess what? Guess what? I actually have a book where I wrote down about 90% of the things I did in basic training. They give you this book. It's called The Soldier's Blue Book. They might give it, they might not give it anymore. I'm not too sure, to be honest, but yeah. Let me show you guys. Hold on. It's because it's kind of hard to hold the mic and have the book in hand, so I kind of had to open it. But yeah, look. So I wrote down all of that stuff, right? It's a lot of stuff, huh? And each box is categorized for like what I specifically did that day. Maybe it's not everything I did in the whole day, but it's kind of generalized in what I did that day. So let me break my basic training down for you. Basic training is 10 weeks long, and before you start basic training, there's a week of reception, okay? When I went to basic training, there was 3 different phases. So there was red phase, white phase, and blue phase. Red phase for me was about 2.5 weeks long. White phase was 3 weeks, more or less, and then blue phase was 4 weeks, more or less. I shipped off to basic training January 27th of 2020, right? So that was the very first day I left to the Army. Then once I got there, so I flew out from Texas to, I forgot where, but long story short, I ended up in South Carolina, where I went to basic training, which was called Fort Jackson. So when I flew in to South Carolina, there was people waiting for me. Well, I guess there was a lot of people. There's drill sergeants waiting for people getting sent for basic training, basically, right? So I remember waiting there for a couple hours. I showed up at the airport at like 10 at night, by the way, and then waited like another 2 hours before getting shipped off to Fort Jackson. Once you get to Fort Jackson, that's when you start reception. And that first night I showed up, you do reception, you don't get any sleep. I didn't get any sleep that first night. Some people are lucky enough to get 2 hours of sleep. I'll be honest, don't expect any sleep that first night. And it's not because I had trouble sleeping, it's because there was just so much you do that first day and so much waiting that they don't let you sleep. Like that first day, I got my PT uniforms, a laundry bag, and some gloves. I guess there was other stuff because I put etc. But that was all I did that first night. Going into the second day, and the second day was more medical stuff, finance stuff, so like next of kin and all that other stuff. Got my army boots and army uniform that second day. I also got a fresh, clean, bald-haired haircut that second day as well. And then the third day, Wednesday, we took our army pictures, so whatever picture you get for being in the army, you take. And then we went to the PX to get some stuff for basic training. Well, I guess the shower and all that hygiene stuff. That's what we got. Then Thursday, we got more shots. We got checked for... We got our feet checked because when you get your boots, brand new boots, you get blisters on your feet and you get hot spots. So you have blisters and all that stuff. They don't ship you to actual basic training. You have to wait till they're gone or you're able to move before you're able to leave reception and start your basic training cycle. Then the next day on Friday, I actually got shipped off to basic training where I had shark attack and then met my platoon, my drill sergeants and my platoon that I was in. And that went on for the whole rest of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But that wasn't the start of the basic training cycle yet. That didn't start until the following Monday. That was when I actually started basic training. So pretty much that first week, I don't really have a lot written down, but we just did a lot of stuff like marching, learning how to form up in formation, little movements like right phase, left phase, about phase, just little movements here and there for that whole first week. And Sunday, I was able to go to church. Then the second week of basic training, we took our first ACFT that Monday. Tuesday, we did the Victory Tower, and we had our first ruck march. Wednesday, we had the gas chamber and did our second ruck march, as well as doing tactical movements. Thursday, we did medical learning day. Friday was fit to win and an obstacle course. After that, we had like a team bonding session, team working with obstacle courses. Saturday, we cleaned our weapon, and then Sunday, went to church, and then we got our awesome haircuts. Monday, we did combatives. Tuesday, we did our second obstacle course. Wednesday, we had our red phase test. And then on Thursday, we had the hammer, which is a field exercise. So when you complete each phase, you do a field training exercise. The first one is called the hammer, which is a 1-day field exercise. The second one is the anvil, which is a 3-day field day exercise. And then the third one is the forge, which is a 5-day field exercise. So after we completed the hammer, we started white phase, right? And white phase is more shooting your weapons, getting qualified, and all that other stuff. So this is Friday now, that third week of basic training. We did simulated shooting and then practice stuff for shooting. Same thing for Saturday, and then Sunday was more of a rest day, go to church, and all that other stuff. Week 4 of basic training, we actually shot our weapons. That was the day we started zeroing. I didn't zero the first day. Then the second day was zeroing again. So Tuesday, we zeroed again. And I zeroed that day. Wednesday, I guess we went to a range. And for me, I went to church because it was Ash Wednesday for me. Thursday, we practiced shooting for qualifications. So you shoot in 3 different positions, which is was this back then. Now it's something different. But back then it was the prone supported, prone unsupported, and then kneeling. So we practiced that on Thursday. And then Friday, we went to the range and we pre-qualled. And then Saturday was qualification day. And then Sunday, went to church again. And then for the males, we got our haircuts. Started week 5. Monday, we went to the EST. And so that first time we qualified with our weapons was just iron sight. Now the second go around is with CCOs. Then Tuesday, we did our fit-ins for our dress blues. Wednesday, we went to zero our weapons with our CCOs. Thursday, we zeroed again with our CCOs. Friday, we went to the range. Saturday was pre-qualification. Sunday was church again. And then the start of week 6, we did our field exercise, like I said before, the anvil. We did that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday, we did qualifications with CCOs. Tuesday, we did circuits, I guess for some training. And then Wednesday, we did land navigation. And this is where my basic training is just completely different from other people's. So that last day of our field training exercise, we rucked back to our lodging area, I guess where we have formation and stuff like that. And that was when they told us our family day was canceled because COVID had just happened, and we had no idea what was going on. We only knew from letters, and we got our letters a couple weeks late. So specifically me, I didn't know what the heck was going on. I didn't know that there was such thing as COVID. I didn't know anything about a virus. So they told us what was going on. They told us family day was getting canceled. So they were only allowing half of the drill sergeants to be there. So while half of them were there, the other half were off for 2 weeks. And then they would switch. So then the ones that were off would come on, and the ones that were on would come off. And yeah, so that happened the last day of the anvil. And as soon as we got back from our field training exercise, that was when they told us. Okay, so now the day after the anvil, which is Thursday, week 6, we had inspections. So I guess it was like bay inspections and inspecting our lockers and stuff like that. Friday, we had our practice, battle buddy, team fire. Saturday, we studied for like a round robin thing we had to do. Sunday was church, and then practice for that round robin thing again. And I was able to call my family that day. Start of week 7, we had the Omaha. I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot what that was. And we had battle buddy live fire. Tuesday of week 7, we had our second ACFT. And then we had our round robin test. Most people failed, so if you failed that first time, don't worry. Third day was grenade day, so we threw our grenades that day. Thursday was retest for that round robin. A lot of people failed again that day. And then Friday was that retest again for the round robin, and everybody passed that day. Saturday, we packed for our final field exercise, the forge, and we had a little review for it. And then Sunday, we went to church and just continued packing and getting ready for the forge. Alright, so now we are on week 8, and that is the first day of the forge, right? So we started midnight, and then we rucked for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then we had our little round robin training exercise. And then the second day, it was really bad weather, so I guess we didn't really do much. The third day, we had Moscow, equipment carry, and stress shooting. Thursday was fit to win and more obstacle course at night. That's the 4th day of the forge, by the way. And then the 5th day was our soldier ceremonies, but that's the day we become a soldier. Saturday, we cleaned our equipment, and then Sunday was, I didn't get to go to church that Sunday because we were too busy cleaning equipment for CIF turn-in. Week 9, we turned in equipment, and that was my birthday, but I didn't tell any of the drill sergeants. I told a couple of my buddies, but I didn't tell a lot of people. Tuesday, we turned in more equipment that day. Wednesday, I was on an ammo detail for something. Thursday, we had inspections, cleaned weapons, and turned them in. Friday was another weapon detail that I had to do. And then we got briefed by First Sergeant. I don't know why. Okay, I think I remember what First Sergeant briefed us about. I think he was briefing us about, because of COVID, a lot of soldiers were holdovers to go to AIT. That Sunday of week 9, I found out that Fort Lee, that was where I was going to AIT, and Fort Jackson are taking soldiers. So that was good news for me, but other people had to wait, I don't even know, months before going to AIT. Saturday, we turned in gas mask, and it was more of a relaxed day. Week 10 is more of, you're done with all the training to become a soldier, so Monday, week 10, was just a really chill day. Tuesday, we had our battalion run, and we had practice for our graduation ceremony. Wednesday, I packed, I guess, a lot of my clothes to get ready to ship off for AIT, and it was soldier day. So instead of having a family day, we were given a soldier day, so we were able to walk around base, go get food, kind of go to the PX, and do some little things, because we didn't get to do much that you were allowed to do if you had a family day. Thursday of week 10 was finally graduation day. I am officially done with basic training, and that is all I wrote in my book of basic training. Dang, man, looking back, I remember some of the stuff, but a lot of it you do forget, and I'm like, dang, I'm very lucky that I wrote down a lot of the stuff, because man, I wouldn't go through it again, but it is something that a lot of people don't go through. And I'm just trying to show you so you could pause the video if you want and then read over it yourself. Hopefully my handwriting's not too small and not too bad. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I kind of rushed through it because I kind of went through every single day of basic training for me. Now I heard basic training is kind of different, because now there's a yellow phase that I have no idea what the heck that is. Apparently they don't do shark attacks anymore. I don't know. I really can't say what the new basic training holds. All I can do is just give you information on how my basic training went at Fort Jackson. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to like and subscribe and put any comments if you have any more questions or concerns. I'll try my best to help you out the best I can. Peace.